now. Sorry, that was racing against the clock. Had nothing prepared. Dang, schedules can be a pain in the butt. Oh, we're at Ice Castle, aren't we? Oh, shoot. Okay. Well, we got this. And I need to set up the music real quick. We might not actually do Toho music. We might just... Hey, Shiro? Shiro? Do you know any good non-copyright music? Besides Toho? My ears might bleed if I have to listen to more classical Toho. Doesn't that get copyrighted sometimes?
It's still copyright sounds from like the Roblox hobbies. That's our Roblox hobbies music.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. Okay.
Look up copyright free breakpoint.
What?
Copyright free breakpoint.
Or I could just do Toho. Okay. Not the music I suspected when putting on Toho. Okay. Let's get this started. This is some pretty funky music, I have to say. So, I guess I didn't really do a good introduction, did I? Today, we are playing some more Blox Fruit. The lovely, amazing Blox Fruit. And we are still doing the Alphabet Challenge, where we have to beat every single island in alphabetical order. It's delicious. Lovely. Yeah. We've done the entire first sea, and now we're just doing the second sea. And we're mostly done with this. I think this and 3 more islands is all we have left to go. Rules are simple. I cannot go back to any previous islands I've gone to, and I have to do all the islands in alphabetical order. I don't think I've missed anything. Last time we played, which was about last week, we grinded for the Dragon Trident because we thought it would be good, and turned out it wasn't. And progressed a few more islands, taking down all the bosses while we're at that. And right now, with today's stream, we're going to try to take out Ice Castle. Oh, it's Sona's personal math class. We are mainly staying on this island to get Rengoku, because I think it'd just be maybe something fun to have. But the key's proving a bit more difficult to get. And the boss won't spawn. Boss. So, what we're doing is basically grinding these enemies in hopes they'll drop the key. And if not them, then hopefully the boss once it spawns in. So, I guess sit tight and just commence. It was a bad idea to commence. Oh yeah, and Vincento's glitched as always. They always this stuff. Now, we are at level 709 only because we can't really do anything about that. We can't do anything until we hit the second to last island, which is Rose Island, I think. And yeah, that's the state we're in. Fun stuff. Apologies if I'll be silent this stream. I am a bit tired. Not normally tired. Not the way. Might be. I'm not as normally tired as I normally am. Normally. But it's still a bit eepy. Where did... Oh, there you are. Boop bop. And then once I get the key, I could just ditch this place, because the Red Goku has some interesting things. Namely, the abilities it has, very much AoE oriented, which is what I'm looking for. My only concern is getting the key to the rightful place without dying to the boss. Hello, bossy. You here? No. I can't wait to get to the next island. Oh, so we can actually level up. And the next island's a lot bigger too, so that'd be fun at least. Why is it always my other streams that consult the viewers? I feel like this one is the best one to have people to talk to. I also understand it being like probably some of the most boring content to watch on this platform. Ooh, watch paint dry too. So definitely is a pretty low bar. Wait. Dun 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 dun. Okay. I honestly thought that would kill, but apparently not. The Vincento grab is not as big as I would hope for. Come on, come on, come on. Thank you. dun 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 dun. I didn't name my stream, right? Yeah, I did. Ah. Come on, key. Thank you. And a good thing about the next area would be I would actually have Lugia immunity for once. Or Lugia. So I could actually train up all the mastery for all the swords we've been getting. Which would be kind of cool. Thank you, Arctic Warrior. Good, big stretch real quick. Okay. Check on the boss now. Hopefully it's spawned in. And no, it does not look like it. Well, bummer. At least this song's pretty nice. Very calm and relaxing. Kind of reminds me of what would be a Studio Ghibli movie. Not exactly. I think they got their own brand of music, but there's something nice. Like a montage of a family adopting a weird or a strange girl, and the strange girl growing accustomed to human activities like chores and that stuff. Cooking, cleaning, all that sort of stuff. As she slowly but surely gets accustomed to humans. And later on, the sad reveal that she is not of this world and she must leave, but she doesn't want to. And the conflict between it, ultimately ending in her choosing to give her home world and her own people the big middle finger, and to finally settle down with the rest of the humans who raised her after all. That would be a good movie. Kinda cheesy, but I feel like they could make it work if it was Studio Ghibli. And then some Toho 2. Imagine if it's Toho 2. Toho 5, okay. I can't even say I was close. It was either Toho 2 or Toho 3. Toho 5, I kind of forgot exists. Bop! Did you know if you listen to all of Zun's music from the Toho series, it would take about a day and a half straight to listen to all of them? If I'm not mistaken. Wait, no, never mind, hold on. I am now curious, how long would it take to... How many Toho songs are there? So the Toad series contains a total of 826 individual pieces of music. And that's not just the Toho games, that is the entirety of Toho, so all the fan songs, or not all the fan songs, but all the side songs. But in total, there is at least 95,456 songs. That is all the fan songs too. Which is insane. Bop. I don't even know why I used that ability. Okay, rude much? Time to check on the boss. Okay, we're doing research. More sidetracking. Just to see. When do you spawn? We can Ice Admiral. Okay, so there is no info on when this little stinker spawns. I'm still wondering, yeah, glitching. Yes, yes, you can. Hi. Come back when you're prepared enough. Okay, so you can just... Oh, R is flashed up. Okay, I just wanted to get sidetracked just for a bit. This is cool. Really hope no developers enter while I'm doing this. Even if so, screw you guys for making something so easy. Like, you guys added the teleport ability. When you add a teleport ability, you sign a contract to allow people to do this. To look around. Isn't this cool? What the hell? What is this? Huh. I want to find this now. Okay. Sidetracked mission. We're doing a little exploring. I think if we do that, yep. I'm so good at this. Oh, it's that thing. Okay, so Vincento, do your magic. Pop. You know, I can work with this too. So that leaves the question, if you can just easily get out of bounds that way, how many things can you get out of bounds with? Okay, I think with that, yeah. Boss is as good as toast. I'm kind of curious now. How Swan's programming works. Because if it's a teleport that's only unlocked, like the teleporting element itself is only unlocked once you give the windmill fruits, then yeah, you can't really do much with that unless... We gotta test something. We... Okay. We need to test it. We need to find where Swan's thing is located. Best way to do it would be to get into bounds and then break out of bounds that way. It's the best way I can think of. And you gave me absolutely nothing. Like this right here. That's an unlock. Can't really do much with that. Can you flash step while doing this? No, but... Okay. Ball's too thick, but... Concept still stands. Can we glitch into these things? Oh, I'm being all kinds of sidetracked right now. Okay. There. It's not solid. Ooh. don't think this would be solid either, would it? Well, blame me, I guess. Okay. First things first. Do. There we go. And hi, guy. We're just doing a bit of tomfoolery. A Bleach mobile game on the Xbox. So it's just an Xbox game, or it's a Bleach game that's on... Jeez. Dang. Regardless, how's it? It's a mobile game on Xbox. How is it? Also, don't mind us. We're doing a bit of tomfoolery at Ice Castle. I found a few exploits while I was trying to pass the time. Welcome to the inside of the too much tomfoolery. I dare you report me. I will only clip into more things. This actually led me to some questions like, can I find where Swan is located and break in before I'm level 1000? Silly questions like that, you know? Or if I break out of bounds underneath the mansion, is the mansion doors locked where there's a physical manifestation in front of it preventing you from hitting the teleporter? If so, that's really easily abutable, and I don't think that's the case, otherwise people would have found out by now, because you can run into things at a wrong angle and be teleported. Or does it specifically place the teleporter there? And if that is the case, golly, there's actually a solution around that. And that is to, well, I guess it's to find Swan's place in the main overworld. Which will require me going onto my main account, breaking out of bounds while inside a Swan's thing, and locating where I am from there. See how funny this is? Oh, it's under Spring Guy? That's actually an issue. No, I know who you're talking about, and that's actually a really good place to put it. Unless there is a underwater canal, right, that runs through that island. And it's a pretty long-winded, winded path. So maybe a portion of it. I just need a small portion of it runs underneath the area, and hopefully, just hopefully, the ground is thin enough where you can flash step through. Because you can't get from above. That's solid rock. You're not going to be able to clip out of bounds with solid rock. The only reason why I could do it with these wood things over here was just because of how thin it is. Like, this is really thin stuff. Like, if I hover over and do this... Oh, no, well, that... Oh, that's the complete opposite direction we want. Okay, well, I can't break out into bounds that way. I can go over here, under here, through here, look through here, and flash it that way. And I'm back. Wait, can I just... Yes, the answer is yes. I can break out of bounds through this room. I don't need to break into this room, then break into the room up. Okay, so a bunch of redundant stuff. Water dashing. Yeah, all that is water after all. On the Bleach game? Actually, I think I'm 200's the cap, right? If that's the case, I think I might know what Bleach game you're talking about. I've seen some of my friends play it before. Yeah. I would have never thought that would be on the Xbox. Computer and phone I can see, but Xbox is just weird. Okay, nothing. I'll be right back. Gotta do something real quick, and I'll be back to this redundant grinding. There you are. Still muted. Okay. We are back. So both you and your sister play? That's kind of cool. Give me the stupid key. When did you start the game, may I ask? Because it sounds like you've been playing for a bit. Or the game is just very generous with resources, one of the two. Oh, so the game is very generous. Gotcha. Ouch. Because the gacha games I'm used to are not so generous, unfortunately. That being Honkai Impact and Limbus Company, I guess, would be the more recent ones. And Honkai Star Rail and ZZZ. But only Limbus Company right now for the most part. Dragon Ball. How bad is that one? Is like the grind really horrid? It's fire. Pop. That's right, bucko. I hit you from all the way over there. What you gonna do about it, eh? Dragon Ball Legends, I think I've only heard in passing. I'm not too familiar about it. So it is generous? When I mean generous, I don't mean gacha rates. I just meant like resources to for early to late game. You actually have to grind? Okay. Gotcha. Which is a bit tough. That's a pretty high level. Because I know in Limbus Company, like, I've been playing for a few days, and I think my highest level character is level 20, with the max being level 50. That is quite a bit. So I would say that'd be kind of generous. When I'm saying not generous, I'm talking like Genshin rates, where even if you have the resources, leveling up characters is just a headache. No matter how far you are into the game. Mainly because getting resources involve materials, but also everything else involves materials, so you're not going to really grind for level up materials when you need every other material. Yeah, same thing with Genshin. Honkai is a bit better about it, only because the premium currency is pretty easy to get. Limbus Company, you actually cannot get repeats. So, like, there is 1, 2, and 3 stars. 1 stars, you start out with all the 1 stars at the beginning of the game. And you can get duplicates of 1 stars, but they give you fragments, which can even be used for 3-star units. Lucky 7 Minions is getting Ultra SSJ for Gogeta and LL God Goku. That sounds like fan... No offense, but that sounds like fan fiction names. Like, how many titles does Goku have? That is pretty lucky. Oh. It's just God Goku. Is it just like limited time God Goku? Special. That's why I like the Limbus Company system. Like, once you get a 2-star, you're not gonna get a duplicate of that 2-star until you get every other, like, all the other 2 stars. Limited time is ultras. Ah, okay. Bensoko! Gotcha. Did that for you? Yes, it did. Thank you. Wait, so this game is still active and still releasing characters? That is insane. Fair, as long as they can make money, it will be active. Yeah. Okay. Might actually play some Limbus Company later today. That does sound fun. Bop. Have I taken my medication yet? No, I have not. Thank you. Never mind. You gave me nothing. Money for the road, I suppose. You could at least give me a fruit. Back to the grind, I suppose. What's my plans for Halloween tomorrow? I'm actually gonna hang out with some friends, surprisingly. Surprisingly, I have friends. And I'm gonna hang out with them. What are your plans tomorrow? I guess I think I should clarify what my friends are doing. I think we're going trick-or-treating. We might be a bit too old, but from what my friend said, no one really trick-or-treats on our block anymore, so the people around our neighborhood will probably be happy just to see anyone trick-or-treating. I think is their reason, but I think they just want some candy. While also dressing up. I mean, you could never be too old for trick-or-treating. You might get weird looks, but as long as you, like, put genuine effort into your costume, I think you can get some candy. You're not doing that, to be honest. I don't blame you. I'm not going to be dressing up either. I'm just going to walk behind them with my hands in my pockets and act as if I'm the adult in the situation. I mean, hey, you could probably make for a good security guard, maybe. A grizzled veteran who looks like who has seen everything. Oh, that's not too much of an age difference. I was expecting like 17 and like 27. Okay. I would not recommend. That is very spooky. I will admit that is very, very scary. It might not be the best idea. Good. I did not expect the whole "I'm going to steal it" part. Is it a real sword or a prop sword? And if it's a prop sword, I gotta ask if it's steel or plastic. I only Hmm. So it's a prop sword. Real swords are sharp, regardless of what they are. And most people don't own real swords. If you own a real sword, then that requires maintenance, it requires a bunch of stuff. Which reminds me, I do have to oil up my sword. It's been a good month since I've done that. It might have rust on it. I did take off all the wax recently, so... Hold on, let me check. Actually, real quick. Oh! Okay. Is that rust? No, that's oil. Oh, if it has oil on it, it might be a real sword. I mean, as long as it doesn't have rust. Is that rust? Hold on. I'm just paranoid. I'm checking out my sword right now. I love the gleam on that. Oh, I feel so nice owning a sword. Back. Okay. It's a very weird way of putting it, but yeah, how about this? I'll probably take a picture of it and post it on the server. Because I own one real sword, one prop sword, one plastic prop sword, and... Hold on, let me kill this guy real quick and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 training swords. And a buster sword. Well, I say 8. 2 of them is some Wing Chun swords, or butterfly swords. Actually, these are the exact ones I have. Hold on. These ones right here. Very durable, actually. Yes, the Final Fantasy VII Buster Sword. But these are Wing Chun swords, or Wu Chu swords. They're Wing Chun swords. Regardless, they come in pairs, so classifying them as 2 swords is a bit redundant because you can't really use them by themselves. I mean, you can't... Is that a... Okay. You can, but they work better when in pairs. One as a defensive and one as offensive. Because they're very short swords. So... I've tried using them in combat. It's... Honestly, there's nothing to talk about when it comes to Blox Fruit streams. All my Blox Fruit streams we either talk about Dragon Ball, culinary foods, or anything else ridiculous. I mean, that's the fun part about these streams, is it's just... Yeah, it is ass. These streams are just like talking streams, and I love it. Going on random rants about anything makes this grinding so much better. But yeah, I'll take a photo of the hand in a hat. Actually... Let me just... Since I was able to find the butterfly swords really easily, let me see if I can find the... Hand and half sword. You need to watch more Bleach. It's always good to engage in what you love. This one I have... Yeah, it is. You want a butterfly knife for the funny? Yeah, that's most of my siblings. They prefer knives over swords. But this is the hand and a half blade that I own. 299, 300 bucks. Holy cow. I got mine for like 250. I got a deal. But yeah, that right there is the blade. It's black tinted. So mine actually has a silver lining where the sharpness is. I don't think this is a sharp model. The sharp model, when you sharpen it, it will remove the stain of it and reveal the steel. It's actually really cool. a leather scabbard with something inside that keeps coating my blade. It's a real pain in the butt, but it is cool. Um, Obviously, it is for decorational purposes. I just like owning swords. But butterfly knives are, like... I'm never a big fan of them. Because I feel like staff, like, tricks with bow staffs or other weapons are cooler. But I think after I graduate and move out, I might buy a bunch of swords. I mean, if you're willing to spar with them, I would recommend getting some cold steel swords. Mainly display purposes. Okay. Well, yeah, you can probably... If you don't care for maintenance, I would recommend getting ones that cost around $100. If you're getting a katana, you would probably get one that costs $100. Those don't really require maintenance because those aren't true katanas. It's a metal katana, but it's not a true katana. A true katana could probably go for like $500. Just because the way they are made is very tedious. They are folded. It's a folded steel. If you get a spring steel katana, which isn't traditionally how they're made, but would probably do better in combat, it won't be as sharp, but it'll be a lot more durable. 200, $300, I would say. A full tang sword would normally go for that much anyways. And as a heads up, full tang just means you can bend the steel. A real sword should be able to bend. Mainly because a sword that can't bend is a sword that can easily shatter. That's why I don't really like katanas, because folded steel isn't full tang. And you can't really block with a katana without the katana blade just shattering. It's not a good blade. It was good for what they had. Like, a katana blade is... A katana blade is as good as you can get without being able to heat up steel. Like, if you had to pit a katana against a longsword of any kind, the longsword would win only due to the fact it has sometimes better reach, and as long as the opponent knows how to block, the katana's gonna probably break. It's not meant for clashing. It is meant to making decisive blows that are guaranteed to kill. And if they don't kill, good luck. Yeah, I think that had to do with a merchant. Like, a European merchant who, got killed because apparently back then, if you were walking down the road and you didn't, like, stand aside for a wandering samurai, the samurai just had permission to cut you down. But it had to be, like, on the spot. So, what you would be is if you were a merchant and you're minding your own business and you didn't heed way or pay any respect to the samurai will just cut you down without any without warning. Because if they give you warning, then they could go into prison. But as long as they don't give you a chance to redeem yourself, it's perfectly do the same. Well, here's the unfortunate part. A samurai did that with a European merchant, and the European merchants didn't know the customs of it. So when that happened, the Europeans were like, yo, what the hell? You just killed our merchants. And yeah. But also the class wars. Because when guns were introduced to Japan, samurais are becoming more obsolete. Because what's a samurai going to do against a gun? As much as I love swords, I have to realize that swords, you have to be close to someone, and if you aren't given the chance to be close to them, you don't get a chance to kill them. So I guess the samurais tried to lead a revolt against the emperor at the time, and it just didn't go well. Imagine a bunch of samurais against guns. They lost pretty quickly, and after that, just, the samurai class was demolished. And also the whole thing with them walking down the road and taking out whoever doesn't pay respect is only really for lower class. Like, I think merchants were one of the lowest classes you can be in Japan. If you're something like a doctor or something, you can't really do that. And if you were a samurai and you cut down a merchant on the streets for no reason at all, you won't be you won't be taken out or executed, but they might ban you from the village because, like, some random samurai killing people is not good for business in the town. So they may just, like, be like, yo, we're not going to prosecute you, just never come back. So, yeah, samurais are no longer a dignified class because they were a bunch of uptight people. That and were made obsolete. Uh, so yeah. The only reason why I know this is my girlfriend is taking a class in college about samurai specifically, just samurai history. So, I may have butchered a few facts. I'm not the best at remembering history. But long story short, katanas aren't... If you had to make weapons that were not steel, like, that when you couldn't melt down iron to molten, then yeah, katanas would be your best because katanas... To make a katana, you have to fold the steel, which I think literally means flattening it out, folding it, and doing that repeatedly. And you have to do that so many times to kind of hammer out the impurities of the steel. And yes, it made the steel very sharp, but it made it very brittle because it could only go one way and it could not bend. Full tang was the process of completely melting down the steel, where katanas you had to heat up the metal to the point of it being malleable, and full tang you just melt the steel completely into a liquid and do it from there. And then you had to do some stuff with the steel. This steel, yeah. But most katanas you'll probably buy or find might be made out of stainless steel, which is durable. You just can't make swords with them. So you don't have to wax them or you don't have to oil them up because they don't rust, so they make for great display purposes. And because if you own a bunch of swords and they're just to show off, I don't think you really want to, like, oil it up every month or so. It can become a bit of a hassle. So display swords that just use stainless steel, man, does its job. Like, I have one that's stainless steel. I even took it to work for a costume. Oh. Not to say this can't be used. It has no sharpness to it, but I don't think you can hear it. I don't know if that can be heard, but there's real no sharpness to it. There is a point to it, so you can definitely stab someone with this thing. But yeah, stabbing is about the only thing this thing can do. Like, I can just run my hand across it, and it's perfectly fine. Okay, put the sword there. Also, another thing to rant about. Have you ever seen kendo matches before? They are... They are... How should I put it? Very... boring. Hold on, let me show you guys. Let me show you guys a video of a kendo match. Kendo is a form of swordplay that involves mimicking the slices of a katana. Um, Yeah, here you go. Like, this is a kendo match. I don't understand what's happening. You just have a bunch of people, like, resting their blade against, like, their opponent's neck. Yeah, this is a kendo match. Like, they got stuff like that. And somehow that doesn't end it. Oh, no, that ended it. But... And then we look at HEMA sparring. HEMA sparring is basically historian martial arts. So, these are well, not full contact, but basically, if you get hit, you're out. So, you take a very defensive pose on it. You can tell that every swing goes into a defensive state. When they swing, they alternate to a defensive state because they know their opponent's going to attack. Like that. Went from the swing, dodged, wasn't able to block. That was sabers. I prefer long swords. HEMA, I think, is the most interesting form of swordplay. Mainly because it's very defensive. Yes, landing a hit on your opponent is important, but what's more important is not to get hit. Because in real combat, if you get a knife wound or a sword wound or any wound of that kind, you're out of the match. You are going to be down in pain. You can't really recover from that. So in HEMA, you just need to get a decisive blow on the arm, torso, hands, whatever. And as long as you can do that, you've immobilized your opponent. I love HEMA. Unfortunately, the closest HEMA one is like a state away, so I don't think I have time to learn HEMA, so I learned my own bastardized version of HEMA. And if you ever get the chance to spar, like if you're ever interested in it, I would recommend, because the adrenaline you get from such a fight is amazing. Because even if it is playful in nature, it feels like your life is on the line. Because in a HEMA match or a sword fight, the blade is not aiming. Your goal is not to hit the opponent's blade. Your goal is to hit them. Now, it is also up to you to stop your swing before it makes contact. So, like, if you're about to hit them, stop the sword. Pull back, obviously. But that's where you're aiming for. You're aiming for them. Oh, it's just so much fun. I would always recommend protective gear, though. Like, I busted my finger because I was using those butterfly swords. And I wasn't quite sure how to use them. So I used them in a dual sword type position, where you just hold them like a cross. Which you're not really supposed to do. What you're supposed to do is you hold one arm out with the sword pointing at your opponent, and the other arm out, trying to cover as much of your arm as possible. So the one pointing out to your opponent is your aggressive sword. The one that's more tucked back is your defense sword. So if they attack from the side, you can bring out your arm and defend from the side. If they go from overhand, defend, underhand, you just take your offensive one and pull it back. And how do you attack? Easy. You, rush them. So if they're trying to swing, you block one blade, you block the sword with one of your blades, then block the sword again with your other blade, then block it again with the other blade, while also taking a step every time. So you're trying to gain as much distance as possible, or you're trying to close that gap as much as possible, and then land a hit. It's scary. I haven't done it myself. I've seen videos of people trying to use butterfly swords, and it's insane. It's a very aggressive form of combat. And thus, it is very dangerous. Another form of combat I would love to get into, but isn't really seen in a sparring type session, is spear training, because spears I think are really cool. And spears are also really powerful. They are more powerful than a sword under most circumstances because they got that reach. So as long as you can keep your distance, it's kind of hard to defend against a pokey weapon. Which is why I love swords, but I also have to admit that spears are just better under most circumstances. And on top of that, spears don't really need a lot of training to use. Spears are easy, very easy to use. Because you know what happens when someone's rushing you? Walk backwards. In theory, they should not be able to be within range of you because you have that spear out. So, if they try to attack you, either stab them while they're attacking, because, you know, you have the range to spare and they don't, or you try to, like, block it with your spear, which could shatter your spear, but you do that under a last case ditch effort. If you can't, be sure that you'll be able to kill. I gotta check if the bosses respawn, though. And would you look at that? Someone decided to pay us a visit. Boop. Okay, jeez. Okay. Grouchy face. I don't know if I have too hockey yet. I might. It's hard to tell. I don't think I do. Okay. Yeah. This is a rant I had earlier. Why is hockey like so stupid? Like it should always be on. What's the purpose of having it off? Hi Callier, how you been? Guess what? Gooses learned to fly. Again. The sequel. Please tell me it's the sequel. I want to see Geese fly again. The movie, the acclaimed movie, Geese Fly 1, was tragically heart-moving. The moment where those geese finally took off was so beautiful. To the scream of the ring, to the pin, to the king. What's going on? I'm confused. Oh, shoot. I don't like how close you are. Remember, Callier, you have 2 more strikes. I've already silenced you now. If you lose those 2 more strikes, you will just be perma-banned. That is a very fair point, guy. Oh. Why would you sing something that's clearly not a song? Yeah, I've heard as much. Actually, guy, I think it was you who was telling me as much. And then, like, a day later, my brother was watching a clip of the video, the music video, but they removed all the music and it was very silly. Jeez. Yeah, that is indeed very crazy. Imagine being booed at your own concert. That was a lot of stuff and none of it was a key. Again. Be honest, I don't think I would like any of his music just because it's not a genre I particularly partake in. Speaking of genres I partake in, there's a 19. Yes, I'm still listening to this. Yeah. I'm not putting it on. Number one, it would copyright my stream. Number two, it's Kaisei. Which are two very valid reasons. I only needed one, but I'll give you two. It will! A popular streamer will copyright, like, if it's a popular song, it will copyright my stream. And I use this stream to... I use this content to make videos. Or I'm going to. So I'd rather not have it muted. No, you don't... You don't understand. Twitch itself has a built-in copyright system, where if it gets to your videos in time, it will mute a certain part of the stream to avoid copyright. It is a very helpful tool, but it can also mute your entire stream for that much. I just gave you 3 reasons on why I shouldn't play it. Well, specifically 2, but... I'm not going to, guy. It's a bad idea. Come back to me, Callier, once you're a streamer, and understand the pain of having a stream muted. You know, if you keep asking, Callier, I'm going to put on Breadfish. This is not a threat, this is a warning. Breadfish will be played if you continue. And at that case, everyone loses, because it's Breadfish. Breadfish? I warned you, Callier! And through the demands of Callier and the curiosity of Guy, I present to you breadfish.
Swimming in the ocean waters. Have you seen the marvelous breadfish?
What do you mean?
It's like an inverse sandwich for a fisherman and sharks.
This is the marvelous
Tell me,
breadfish.
have you seen the marvelous breadfish?
You know what's the best part about this? I can right click and hit loop, and the rest of the stream will be marvelous breadfish. Oh, and this is not copyright music, so this will not be muted.
Tell me, have you seen?
Please stop this, little bro. There we go. We're back to Toho music. Some nice, calming Toho music with no marvelous breadfish. I'll look at the DM, I'm not going to play it. We are independent artists that is showing people that we are more than what people betray us, and that's what this album... On the day of the release of the item, Kaosai tweeted that the whole album was copyright free. If you want to use our music in a YouTube video or anything else, then go ahead. It doesn't mean it won't be muted. Oh. I forgot, I turned up my voice. Apologies, hold on, let me fix that. There we go. So, here's the thing about muting streams. Even if you play a copyright-free song, your stream will be muted. Even if you play a song that is copyrighted, the stream won't be muted. So, like, what I can do right now is I can literally search up... If I search up this... and play... Where is it? Huh, I can't find it. Oh, there you go. If I wanted to just do this. Not this.
Reason at all. I asked Mint Mobile's legal team if big wireless companies are allowed to.
C minor, put it in C minor. Where have all the good men gone and where are all
And this won't mute my string. Despite it being a copyright song, I can play this for some reason.
To fight the rising war.
And mind you, this is a great song to play to any boss fight, regardless of what it is. I'm out of water, dang.
Late at night, I toss and I turn and I dream of what I need.
You know the song. Wait, what do you mean nothing happened?
I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero.
Muted streams happen afterwards. So, basically, even if it's not copyrighted, if it's a famous song, the Twitch copyright system might just claim it, just because. What do you mean it did nothing? That's the whole point. The muting stream part doesn't happen during the stream, it happens after everything else in the VOD is summarized. Where's that one NPC? What? Oh, there it is. Yeah. I don't care if it gets muted during the stream. Okay, I kind of care, but I more care about the VOD, especially for this videos. But I don't want to. I don't want to play it. That's the thing. It just won't happen. There's nothing in the world that can convince me to do it. Okay? Even if you paid me about $100, I won't do it. In PC? I'm so confused. No, I'm serious. If you pay me $100, I wouldn't do it. I'm too stubborn. Plus $100 is nothing. There's a reason why I didn't say 1,000. If it was 1,000, yeah, I would play it. But I know Callier doesn't have 1,000. And if Callier does have 1,000, it's probably for like college tuitions or something. And at that point, I would feel bad for taking that at 1,000. But you also have to realize 25 cents. Quite a bit from 100. But $1,000 in this day and economy doesn't really mean much. Like, that can't even pay for a month worth of rent. I got 3 buckaroos in cash. I don't need your guys' money. You can buy a lollipop at what store? The store I was working at, where everything is stupidly cheap, the lollipops there were 59 cents, so you can't even buy a lollipop with that. And these are really cheap lollipops. Lollipops were normally like $1. Yeah. If this was like 20 years ago, yeah, that offer might have stand, but, you know. Going away. You aren't giving away your money. I don't blame you. I wouldn't recommend giving away your money. You wanna know what I can do with $100? Buy like a quarter of a sword. That's not even enough to buy a single sword. You can buy one airhead. I hate the fact that you're actually right. At our store, I think you can buy an airhead for like 10 cents if we had it. Buy a video game with 25 cents? Oh, for 100? But I can already do that. And there's really no games I want. I've already bought all the games I want. And no boss. And no fruit. If I got $100, I would just save it for gas money. I could buy Sparkling Zero with... You talking about those Dragon Ball energy drinks? That they sell at like Five Below? No. Or are you talking about sparkling water? Well, let's see what this is. You know, also sold better than COD? Lethal Company. And Callier, I can't go to the facility. I'm not in Rosetown yet. I need to go to Rosetown to be able to do that, so... I just have to miss out on it again. Most games. The COD game, it only sells for a specific audience. And that audience is dwindling. What? Okay. We're looking this up. My ba 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 ba. No, no, I found it. What the hell is this? Oh, the Steam version? Okay. You guys have terrible recommendations. Here's the only issue, guy. You ready? According to the post I found on a different website, the Steam version got removed due to something saying that the character is underage. So, unfortunately, I could not play my femboy roommate. And even if I could, I'm not going to. And if I did, it would be my off time if it wasn't underage. Because you gotta understand my audience, which is basically you two. And anyone else who's, like, played, who else plays Roblox, because that's most of my streams. Callier, I feel like your game suggestion would be worse than Guy's. And at least Guy didn't know how bad it was. I feel like you know exactly how bad it is. We're not playing any Eero game on this channel. End of story. Ouch. Can't believe I have to say that either. Rogue Lineage? No, why would I buy you a bad game? I wasn't gonna mention the game with the Eero games, but we're definitely not playing that. Ugh, that would get me banned 7 different ways. I'm just telling you that now. I want you to get a good game with your own money. Like, Ender Lilies. Great game, by the way. Beautiful soundtrack. A beautiful game. And it's a Metroidvania game similar to that of, like, Hollow Knight. What is there not to love? You got 25 cents. Well, invest those 25 cents. Try to make it $2, and then you can buy Rogue Lineage yourself. I mean, Guy, what your console is... Honestly, if you're getting a new console, just get a computer. You can play every game on console, and more. You can play basically every game there is, except a few PS5 titles. And 4s and 3s. But it's very select few. And you can just download an emulator for those. You don't want to, though. It would be cheaper than a new console. And on top of that, if you want to play with controller, you can just hook up a controller to any computer and use that. And I'm pretty sure you can hook up your Xbox Live account to your computer through your Microsoft Store and play games that way. That is fair. You got $2. Can you give me $2? I'm not gonna give you $2, Kyle. Why do you want to play Rogue Lineage anyways? You have room for a new console though. That's fair. Why not? Because you need to learn financial responsibilities. That's why. Being able to save your money and spend it wisely is always a good skill to have in this day and age. That's why. It looks cool. It's basically just Deep Woken, but worse. I'm going to need it anyways, but... You got $1? What is this bargaining tactic you have? Did you just find $1 randomly? I don't take financial literacy last year for no reason. Exactly. Learn from Guy, who probably has more financial advice than both of us combined. It's like 99 cents. What, through like a trans-dimensional portal? Yeah, kind of same here. I took a class like that too. Financial math and financial studies. And kind of forgot most of it. Yeah, same here. Giving you 99 cents, Callier. I kid you not, if you go to your local store and pick up some change, you'll be able to have enough within 5 days. There's a lot of change on the floor everywhere. I need my $3. How about this? I'll give you 99 cents if you can make me a new model. How about that? If I commission art from you. Art I would like. You know what? An equivalent exchange, you know? Nothing in the world is for free. How does that work? Do you mean an exchange of tribute? You give me something I want, I give you something you want. It's gonna be the worst model ever that I just won't pay for it. Oh yeah, it definitely does. It costs like $100. Like, I've looked at the costs. I can easily afford one. It's just, I need to do some other stuff first before I contribute to a model, like being affiliated. Wouldn't it be so fun if you guys can play random sounds on my stream? Like, wouldn't that be so cool? Just make duck sounds all the time. Well, with channel points, obviously. And... or like, you could tell me to do random stuff like do push-ups or something, or drink water, or find a random subject to go rant on. You guys have a way to interact with the stream more than just chat. And literally all it costs is you just looking at the stream, which you do already. I'll give you my PvE build for a game you don't even care for. I guess you just have to believe me and me being out of breath. And the fact that I'll sound pretty distant. And probably the fact that I'll start begging you not to redeem it after a while. I mean, it's gonna come whether or not you like it. Like, around December, I think, will be around the time I can apply for it. And then after I apply for it, then you guys can just do whatever. I can even make a channel redeem where it just plays a very loud noise to scare me. And then after that's all set up, then I can start revamping the channel. You can make me a funny joke for 99 cents. I feel like that's extortion. A joke should be free. The only thing you're going to be getting from a joke is people's laughter, and that should be enough for you. You greedy, greedy little person. 99 cents for a joke? That's highway robbery. Could you not even probably ask your parents for 99 cents? It's 99 cents. Not that I recommend you guys ask your parents for money, but there are so much better ways to get 99 cents. And the most pressing issue about all this is I have no way to give you that. Okay. I think you think way too highly of yourself, Callier. Guy has a very fair point. Oh, yo, he's back. Okay. What is this? What? Yo, let's go for the 5-star sun god Ichigo type of character. Yo, let's go. Thank you for conversation. Kind of looks sick. Honestly, anything with the name Sun God, I would hope looks pretty sick. I mean, you can't be called a Sun God for nothing after all. Not even called Sun God Ichigo. He just looks like one. Oh, I met somebody in Deep Woken. Oh! So you made a friend in Deep Woken? What is this? He killed you, by the way? Oh, so it wasn't a friend, it was just someone who killed you? Come on, die! Why would I? Hold on. Let me look one more time. Should I? I think I've encountered the No, I think that was the police. I think I encountered the police once, but never the Marines. Should I know who it is? I'll probably use me more stuff. Hold on. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I don't know who that is. I take it it's a content creator with 100,000 views. Congrats, I guess, for meeting a content creator. It's just taking a long time to kill. Come on. Just die. He ain't just no one. Okay. You still have me lost. How much health can you have? Thank you, and you gave me library key. Definitely not the hidden key, is it? Yep. With that disappointment, we're probably gonna end the stream here. Thank you for everyone who joined and made the stream memorable. So basically just you and Guy. Thank you for joining. On Friday we will be streaming Portal 2 as a fun little heads up. So I don't know how that will go. I think Saturday we stream Arcane Odyssey. Yeah. So you guys all have a happy Halloween. And I'll see you guys on Friday. Bye!